you want to build a pallet wall? Well, today I'm going to show you everything you need to know about how to do it and some tips and tricks along the way. So let's get started. All right, so we are ready to go. Got the trailer loaded and we're on our way. So obviously I'm not doing this wall at my house. I'm doing it at a buddy of mine, Brad's. I got one more stop before we get to Brad's house. You gotta pick up some fluids. It's already hot today. Don't want to get dehydrated. Feels incredible in here. It's like I'm in a refrigerator. Yeah, I used my mouth to hold the camera.
I saw 6-2 somewhere. I see you can get 2 for $2.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you. Appreciate it. You too.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks. Did you see the doors? It's all like there's dew, condensation on the windows. It's that cold in there. Next stop, Brad's house. All right, so with Brad's help, I was able to set up my easy up, and now it's a matter of setting up my cut area. The inside's already prepped. I'll show you guys that in a bit, but let me set up and then we can get into it. All right, so our next step, I got to drop down, is going to be go ahead and mark our studs. There's obviously going to be ones here in the corners. Best way to find them though is use a stud finder. My wife, she found me. It's a bad joke. Another little tip here. So I had them paint the wall a dark color. Reason why you want to do that first, because when you're putting these boards up, and you'll see later, there's cracks, knots, little holes. They're going to move a little. Sometimes they'll shrink up or expand depending on moisture left in the wood. These are pretty dry, so I don't think they're going to move at all, but nonetheless, nothing's perfect in this game. So you paint it dark color, that way if there is a crack, it just looks like a shadow, nobody thinks anything of it, versus there's a crack and you got that color wall, it's no good. So let's get the stud finder and get to work. One thing I figured out is, even though studs are supposed to be 16 on center, there are endless variations in every house I've ever done. It's a good thing to use a nail and a hammer just to check all your marks to make sure you're actually hitting wood. The reason why we want to do this is when we attach the boards, you're not just nailing into drywall because they'll pop right off. So you want to be nailing into a stud, just like this. Now, for some reason, if you marked one that wasn't a stud, it's going to look like this. All right, so what you want to do when you're putting the boards up is you want to come up with a pattern. So I typically use like a 3-set pattern. It makes sense. Ideally, in a perfect world, everything's on 16-inch centers. You do 48, and you would go down to 36, then you do 16 and repeat. But that's not gonna happen here. So what I had to come up with is this. So my long row starts with 38 and the second cut's a 37 3/4. It's a good idea to measure that one as you go too. So our next one is a 31 5/8 and a full board, which my full boards are typically about 45 inches. It'd be nice if they were 48, but they're not. and then 23 on the last one. The last I'm actually going 23 full, and then I'm just measuring the last bit to make sure that we are covering the wall to completion, keeping our edges nice and straight. Another real good tip is I take all my boards and I will figure out like a standard width to go off of, and to speed things up, I'll basically just run them all through the table saw, just bang, 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 knock it out. So then I have a good stockpile of all the same width boards. When they run across, you want them to be the same line. You don't want any kind of variance there. If you do, it's going to make your life a living hell. It's going to be awful, trust me. Been there, done that. So as it starts to drift, if you get a board that's bending real bad, sometimes you can use the row above it to pull it down. Other times it's just good to pop it off or toenail it in and then try to hammer the board down. See if you can get it flush or as close as you can. You want to be on it?
Do I?
Yeah.
Sure.
What do you think?
Vanna White.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean okay.
You recording right
Oh, right now?
Oh yeah.
Oh, hey.
Oh, that's going on. That's definitely making the cut. What do you think of the wall?
I think the wall looks great.
Brad?
I think it looks awesome.
Nice.
Yes. I love that it has like dimension, like how not all the boards are flush, and I love the different colors. I think it looks great.
Real good. Well, Brad and his wife like it. The wall is done. That beer was fantastic. Now I'm on my way to my buddy David's house, and I got to pick up a brisket. So it occurred to me that I know I didn't touch on everything that I did. I skipped showing some things. It's tricky, you know. I got to do the work, and I got to talk to you guys. So what I'm gonna do is, if you have any questions, put them in the comments down below, and I will go ahead and respond to any questions people have about the wall. I think I'm gonna go to the pool. So hot, tired. I think I'm going to the pool.